What's up, guys? How's everyone feeling for deadline day today? Hello to Beast, Twitch Gaming. My lineups are done, so I done them yesterday. We don't need to do any lineup building for them. Nah, it's great, man. Thanks, Twitch Gaming. I appreciate it. Yeah, my lineups are done. I finally managed to wrap my head around the new format. I think the layout is better than what we had, but it needs to be improved to make it a little bit easier and less confusing, I think, to lineup build. But yeah, I managed to do it. No lineups for me anymore on Sorare. Wow. I have done our lineups on Ultimate Champions. The deadline is in what? 10 minutes, isn't it? I've done them. Has it already started? No, hold on. Oh, it's already started, isn't it? Yeah, it started. Cool. Yeah, this was the lineup that I'd done on Ultimate Champions. I went brave. I went for 3 Arsenal players who have Man City away, but they have won their last 2 games against Man City, so we've got to keep that in mind. I think that they're growing in confidence playing against them. And then I went with 2 Leverkusen, Frimpong and Wirtz, De Stegen in goal, Kakanva, who is a baller. He's a top player for one of the top clubs in the Slovakian division. Then we went for the combo of Soot and Koman, which we usually do. Loco, who's got a good away fixture and has been in really good form. And then we went for Inga Brixen. I always trip over his name. We went for him as the captain, who has a home game against Haugesund. Yeah, Haugesund. Yeah, so if Saka doesn't play, it's fine because we've got a really good midfielder here. So he's doing good at the moment. So if Saka is DMP'd, it's fine. He just comes in. Where's everyone? I feel like we don't have very many people in here. It's not going to be one of those streams where I talk non-stop today. It's not going to be like that at all. So that's Ultimate Champions. We've got quite a few teams in the tournaments as well, but as usual, I just auto-filled them, so they're not that great, and they don't need to be. We're just farming the MGC, and then in a few days, we'll come back to Ultimate Champions, and we will start to lineup build again for it. My team was on Sorare. We haven't changed them too much. So entering Division 5 and 4, mainly in the new format. Division 5 in the Premier League with this team here. Doughty's a little bit of a doubt, but he did train this week. So, and they have quite a few injuries loose. And so I think if he's available, which I think he is, then he's going to play. So we're going to run with that team. And then Champion, it's not really much to talk about in Champion. We just put some throwaway teams in here. And then Challenger, I've actually decided to put a okayish team in the highest division we can enter into Challenger. So we've gone with this team here. And then in the other 2 teams, it's just throwaway teams, really, because we don't have enough starting goalkeepers this week. Contender's pretty much the same. So Contender, again, we don't have starting goalkeepers here, so just throwing them into the bottom divisions to see how we can get on. And then MLS Special Weekly, This is the community team. So we're going to go with Shaloy as the captain again. We're not going to put Fontas in. We're going to go with Leibold. Fontas could be available, but I think it's a doubt and a risk that we don't need to take, so we won't do it. Global All-Star, again, throwaway team and All-Star, really. Don't have a starting goalkeeper. But then we have a starting, we have a full 5 to put out in Limited. If you own a Tigres collection, or if you have Tigres players, then keep in mind that Gignac is out with bronchitis, so he's not going to play. And then our main focus this week actually is the old format. So even though it's the new format, we're not quite ready with the players we've got this weekend to hit the new format hard. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to continue to hit the old format hard. And we might actually have better success here, because I think a lot of managers will be probably focusing on the new format. And because my gallery is very budget focused anyway, the cap modes really suit my gallery a little bit more this weekend. So cap 240, this is the team we're doing for Threshold, and it should hit 270. And we're going to go with Salahi as the captain against, here we go, this freaking thing still comes up. We're going to go with Salahi as captain against Rudesh, who are the worst team in the Croatian League. We're going to go, this is quite strong. The cap 220 is quite strong. So we're going to go with Biaki as the captain here. And we're actually also going to go with Biaki as the captain in 240 as well, where we're trying to hit 340 points for the $8. So we're kind of doubling down with Biaki, which could be a mistake. But he's got a really good fixture at home. So expecting big things from him. And then kind of the new player that I brought in this morning, because we were going to hit 240 with the DMP goalkeeper, I just figured, you know what, for a couple of quid, I might as well go and get a goalkeeper that is going to be starting every game and is at the start of his season, and that's Andre Hansen. So I went and bought Andre Hansen this morning for about £3.90, which I think is pretty good. And so now we have a full team of 5 for the 240 to allow us, or give us a better chance to hit the threshold of 340. Hello to Sopsy. B says, I'm struggling to do my MLS special weekly lineup. If you want, we could do it together. I can also activate the Pick My Lineup if you open it. Yeah, let's do it then. Let's do it, because all my teams are done. Let's help you out. Okay. So it's open. So if you want to activate it, if you want to redeem it, Beast, I can try and help you put together your lineup for the special weekly. My gallery value has gone up significantly since the launch. Was worth £85 before, and now 114. That's great, Connor. That should give you the confidence that you've got the gallery that's well suited, hopefully, to the new format. My gallery actually hasn't gone up at all. It hasn't gone down, really. I mean, it's gone down a little bit by about £30, but it's largely stayed the same. All right, Beast. Let's do this then, man. Beast195, I'm sure this is you, right? This is you, I know, because you are a supporter of Karlsruhe. You want us to help you build a lineup for MLS. Peffy Prinz, wow. Peffy Prinz, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the sub and the 15 months, man. What incredible support that is. So thank you so much, Peffy Prinz. Good to see you. How you feeling about the weekend, man? And Beast, we're going to be building a lineup for you in the MLS Special Weekly, right? Cool. All right, cool. So Beast has Brad Stuver and Tim Melia as goalkeepers here. So what you would do here is you would put Brad Stuver in. And then defensively, you've got Brooks Lennon. That's a no-brainer. Brooks Lennon goes in. And then as the extra, you've got Aaron Herrera. You want to do that? Can you do that? Yeah, you can. Because it looks like, yeah, these are the 2 old cards, right? And then we need 2 new season cards as well. So then Aidan Morris could come in here. And then you've got 43. Do you have a... Ooh, you don't really have a forward that fits in here, do you? It's a bit of a shame. Because Klaus would have been quite good here. Can he fit in? He doesn't. It's 2 over. Okay. Interesting. Might have to drop Aaron Herrera, which is a shame, I think. Yeah, it is a shame to drop Aaron Herrera, but I think we need to do it. So then Herrera would come out. That gives you 58. Yeah, I do see your struggles now, yeah. Not as easy. Pedro Vite's quite good. Just don't think he's got the consistency, really. Could put Moreno in. Could go with 2 forwards here. That would be a little bit risky. Oh, we couldn't. I hate that it shows... Why is it showing me different L15s here? What do I think I need to change it, don't I? We've got it on Sorare's SO5 averages. Okay. That's what we should have it on. So, Stuver. Brooks Lennon. Could put Pedro Santos in. And in fact, Pedro Santos would work really well. So we could do Pedro Santos here. Then, in fact, you know what? We still ideally want to play Aidan Morris here. Yeah, like that. Because it's Aidan Morris, right? And then we have 61, which then gives you loads of options here. Moreno's in very good form at the moment, isn't he? So probably put Moreno in now that we can afford him. Why? Why is it saying we can't afford him? L15 of 52. We have remaining points of 61. I don't understand this. What am I missing here? What am I missing? Can you actually build it? Beast, can you build that team? I don't know why it's showing us different here. Like, I noticed this yesterday where, I don't know whether I'm doing something wrong, but you can see the L15, and his L15 technically here is 52, but it's taking across to 64, which says to me that he actually has an L15 of 64 rather than this L15. Oh, I know why. Oh, I'm so silly. I know why. Because it's doing home away adjusted. Look, there we go. That's the problem. As soon as we take that off, which we need to, then it shows us the proper L15. Yeah, okay. So, now we've got 61, which would then be Klaus here. Yeah, it would be Klaus, and then what we could potentially do, actually, could we do it? Is can we actually do... No, we're still going to be short on Aaron Herrera, but we could just put in Pedro Santos there. Yeah, and then if you wanted to, you could look at doing Long Wayne, but I would honestly do Klaus there, and then I would give the captaincy to Brooks Lennon. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You could also put in Tim Media, but to be honest with you, I don't really think that that's a good game for him, Tim Media. But yeah, if you put Tim Media in, then that would actually allow you to then do, for example, Herrera in there, and then you could still do Klaus, couldn't you? And that technically is probably a better team. So see which one you fancy. To be honest, I prefer this because we can put Herrera and Brooks Lennon together, even if it means that the goalkeeper's not quite as good here. But there's probably a better balance that. So yeah. Hello to Manshit. How you doing, man? So that is probably what I would do, actually. I don't like it with Tim Media. I don't like that we have him for our own community team this week, because I think that Brad Stuver at home here is going to perform better and score better. But you never know. No, I don't think you want to do Fontas at all. Avoid Fontas because it's unsure whether he's actually going to play or not. So don't do Fontas, really. I mean, to be fair, Herrera is supposed to be slightly questionable too, because he's just returning from international duty, but he's fit to play. Whereas Fontas it's unsure whether he's really fit enough to play yet. He trained some of this week, but he didn't train all of this week. So it sounds like the coaching staff are being very, very cautious with him. They almost don't want to rush him back because they know that he's had problems with injuries before. So I would do that, man. Yeah, the full Rijeka stack will smash it, yeah. Yeah, that's a smart play from you, Jack. You probably have a chance of winning it. Guys, also don't forget that we still have five games to predict. So you guys can predict games for me on Pooky. Hi, FTS, I just found out you didn't line up your LDU players in 220. You would have won a reward with the 3. Yeah, I found that out yesterday as well. Now, I'm a little bit annoyed about that because when I looked at the game week, they weren't showing up as having a game, right? So when we were looking at who could we enter on last Friday, when we were looking at who could we enter into the midweek, they didn't show up as having a game. And then I looked at it on Saturday and Sunday, and they still didn't show up as having a game. So I then didn't look at it again, really. I guess I should have looked at it on Monday, but I just then assumed they didn't have a game. But yeah, they had a game, and we would have been able to win a reward. Yeah. I saw that yesterday. It was really annoying that the Quintero, POV, and Dominguez there, 3 players that I have, I didn't play them because they didn't show up as having a game. When I looked at the game, I looked at Sorare, and if I had known that, then what I might have actually done is I might have actually gone and got another 2 rare players to line them up. I actually saw that somebody won. I can't remember what. I think it was Champion America. Somebody won a competition with Dominguez, Quintero, POV in the team, and then they had Walter Bow, and then somebody else as well. Who would you captain? Brooks Lennon, man. Hello to Hatter as well. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys, is that you probably should learn from that mistake that I made. And if you are checking your in-game in Sorare, if you're checking to see whether you can put any teams out, and it tells you when the game week opens that you can't, and then you look at it the next day and the day after that, and it still tells you can't, make sure you do a final check the day before the game week actually starts, because if I'd have done that, then I would have been able to win a card. It's pretty annoying, pretty frustrating having those 3 players that done amazing, and we just had them in Academy. The lineup that we built doesn't work. It should work. Herrera with an L15 of 60. Klaus with an L15 of 46 there, or he's got 45 here. Maybe it doesn't work, actually. What's going on here? Lennon with 57. He's 58, so it's going to be an extra 2. Tim Melia with 45, 45, and then Aidan Morris with 68, 68. You should be able to do it. Yeah, it is intentional, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there's 5 more matches for you guys to predict for me, and that gives you a chance to win a limited card. So if you want to predict, then just throw your hat in the ring, redeem that coupon. Using your Ivan Smolcic under 23 this weekend, fingers crossed he bangs. He should do. I'm hoping so too, Sopsy. I mean, if they can't smash it, if every player in that team can't smash it against Rudesh, then you know it's against you, right? They should be able to do very well in that fixture. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I was thinking, do I captain Smolcic or Zalahi? But Zalahi has a much higher ceiling. So I'm hoping that Zalahi can maybe get involved in a goal or assist as well, and then have like a really good AA. But yeah, if both of these two can hit like scores of 80 points or more, I think I'm going to need it, because Eli Room is probably going to get a negative decisive. I'm sure that AZ are going to score 3 goals past Vitesse there. So we're going to need a big overperformance from these two to make up for the really low points we're going to get from Room to still hit the line. What's everyone focusing on for the game week, and how have you found the lineup building in the new format? I have found the lineup building myself a little bit disorientating, because I don't think it helps that you can't see an overview of all of your teams on one page, right? And I think also the way that they've organized and structured this here, and also here, is a little bit confusing. There's just a couple of things that they need to do to make it clearer. I shared a tweet earlier this morning about somebody that has some good suggestions and ideas about how to improve it, and I agree with a lot of them, if not all of them. I think they should be separating a lot of things here. So in season all on kind of one row, classic on the other, having some differentiation background as well, so that you can easily see the in-season competitions and the classic ones at the moment. It's kind of a little bit tricky because they all kind of look the same. So you have to look a little bit harder than you really want to. Like the classic here looks like the in-season. This should be different. They should look different. Did you see the website? Somebody on Twitter did to check the reward win percentage. Free Tip Scout. I did. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Very useful. All right, let's open up a few more coupons here. Hello to Mark, Servus, Gates. Danke, gut und dir? Ja, ist gut. Ich bin gut. No, ich gut. Ja, ich bin gut. How do you say how do you say ready? How do you say ready in German? I feel like I've learnt that before. Fertig. That's it. Fertig, yeah. Cool. Bist du mit dem Sorare lineups am Wochenende fertig? That's so bad. But I think if you can rearrange it, you'll know what I'm saying there. I gave it a go. I'm opening up some free tip scoops, free tip coupons. Was that correct? Really? Wow. I think that's part of the problem with me is that I'm not super confident. Yeah, with my German. So it's a confidence thing rather than a knowledge thing. All lineup set, ready to go. Mark's ready to smash it. Love to hear it. What about Pooky as well? Where are you focusing on Pooky this week? Is it the usual and the usual strategy? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Sarah Pookie ready to smash it. Cool, man. I mean, when I lived in Vienna, it was kind of a little bit frustrating because, well, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was right. It wasn't. It wasn't because I was able to speak pretty good German, but the opportunities to speak German were a little bit limited because when I did start to speak German, people just they found it easier because their English was already very good. They just to get the conversation done, they found it easier just to start speaking English, right? And so I think if I had been living in like the countryside somewhere, right, out in the middle of the woods, somewhere in Austria, then I would have been having to be forced to speak German, right? But it was frustrating because I kind of wanted to speak more German. And to be fair, I used to try and say to people, look, let's just speak German because I want to try and speak it. But it's just easier, you know, like especially if you're on nights out with people and they can speak English way better than you can speak German. It's just easier for them to speak English with you. FTS, do you think Yarbrough will score decent while Daniel is out? He should do okay. Yeah, he should do good. Yeah, he should do good. Like he's going to have a few good opportunities to hit some good scores. So yeah, maybe even this weekend he should score okay. So I've opened up a lot of the free tip scout fund coupons. So feel free to check them out. But yeah, we don't need to do anything really with our lineups apart from just some basic DMP checks. If have we still got Jordan in here? Hatter, have we still got Jordan in here? If we do, I'd like to ask Jordan what his thoughts are on. He's here. Great, man. What are your thoughts on Doughty, man? Because I've seen on the Luton website that they've said that he's available and that he's been training. Luton at the moment seem to have a lot of injury problems, so I kind of feel like they maybe need to play him, even if he's not 100%. But what's your opinion? He'll play, yeah? Yeah, I think so too. I don't think they can afford not to play him, can they really? So short on numbers at the moment. Let's bring up the lineup that Jordan's done as well. What's your prediction for this game too? Because this is a difficult game for Luton. And I know what you're going to say almost. I feel like you're going to tell me that Luton are going to win. But come on, man. Like, what is your honest opinion here? What do you actually think is going to be the score? Because I fear for Luton here. I fear for them. I think this could be a rout where they could get hammered by a couple of goals here. You reckon 1-1? I can't see that at all, man. I mean, that would be a great result for them. But I think that realistically, Tottenham are probably going to score, in my opinion, 3 goals or more here. Yeah. And I think if it's just 3 goals they score, I think that that would actually be a good day for Luton in this fixture. Because this fixture has the potential where Luton could concede 4-5, maybe even 6. Jordan's probably going to be waiting for the press conference today and then he'll be updating it. But I'm not expecting this to really change too much from what he's put out, given the injury problems they've got. So I think it will largely remain like this here. Oh, it's already happened, is it? Okay. I didn't. How comes it hasn't updated here? Have you not updated it then? So the press conference has happened, but you just didn't feel there was no need to change it, right? Based off the press conference. Yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it? A bit random. Is anyone out there hitting the old cat mode harder compared to the new format? Or I guess what I'm asking is, now that the new format's available, are you guys just kind of switching a lot of your players to the new format and kind of playing less in the cat mode now? Because for me, it hasn't really changed this week. I'm still pretty much hitting the cat modes in the same way as we would before. And I'm just putting out almost just punty teams in the new format, whilst we don't have all of our players available. 6-5, pretty even. Throwaway Luton players going to Cap 240. And you don't have any new lineups. You don't have new lineups. Need to wait till the Brazil starts. That starts soon, doesn't it? Very soon. I've got a couple of Brazilian players as well that I am waiting for to start. So yeah, I guess we just do a few DMPs, right? checked all these today. This should be fine. This is a throwaway. Quickly check that. Yeah, I picked him up today, Mark, for about 380, 390, because I was gonna play a Cap 240 team with a DMP goalkeeper. And then I just thought, you know what, like, for the sake of £3-4, I might as well buy him or buy a goalkeeper that I needed with a low L15, funny enough. Because, like, before I bought him, I only had 37 points and I didn't have a starting goalkeeper. So I needed to look for a goalkeeper that fit within that, right? And then Andre Hansen was the obvious pick because he's just about to start his season. He's the new number one. So we get like a good full season out of him now for £3-4, which I think was great. And it now means that we've got a full team that can have a better chance of hitting the 340 point mark. When we were doing it with a DMP goalkeeper, I was only aiming for 270, but now I've got a starting goalkeeper. We're going to go for 340. Yeah, the thing is with Andre Hansen is that he's very hit and miss, isn't he? He's very hot and cold. So he can do great, but he can also just be awful. I'm hoping that because he's returned to his hometown club and it's, it's a club that he really loves, I'm hoping that he's going to up his performances and that they're going to do good. I think also Haugesund are not that great away, so should be a good score from him. Sopsy's going for 340 in Cap 240 Limited, otherwise focus on the new comps. No Cap 220 team, Sopsy. Throwaway 220. Yeah, cool. All right. If we don't have things to do on Sorare, because I'm happy to do coupons and stuff, but they're not really being redeemed. If we don't, then we're going to move on from Sorare because there's nothing else we need to do on it. We're not going to play Rivals, of course. Why would we? We've done our lineup building, so nice and early. I think we've DMP'd, so sounds like we're going to do some Rivals instead. Yeah, I think so. This was newly released today, this instant buy for rare cards. So you might not have seen that, but if you missed it, you can now instant buy rare cards. So they almost trialed it for the limited cards. And I think everybody was expecting them to eventually roll it out for the rare cards. So this is kind of an interesting one. I'll be honest with you, I'm not like overly bowled over by the instant buy, but I have also used the instant buy myself in the past, and it has proved to be quite useful for me. Because if you are trying to collect the new season cards, right, the in-season cards, and there are none on the secondary market, or you can't afford to wait for an auction to end because you're under a bit of time pressure, then the instant buy for those reasons are very good. One of the drawbacks with it, though, is that you then have a situation where Sorare can basically sell to everyone on tap, right? So it's a tap, and it can just be tapped into whenever, right? It's almost like you could see a player like Ollie Watkins, for example, his instant buy could happen 30 times. So 30 purchases of the instant buy of the rare in like 30 minutes, right? And it's kind of a smart way for Sorare to not flood the market with auctions, but still keep their hand in the market so that they can still make money. It does also mean that it's a little bit more trickier now, I think, to sell cars on the secondary market. But I don't know, what do you guys think about this here? I see positives and negatives for it, as I did for the limited as well. I think it's very situational, the instant buy. Like, there'll be times where it could actually be very useful for you. And then there's also, I think, times where it's going to hurt the market a little bit. I mean, some of the comments here really don't like it at all. It does, yeah. It does go up. So it's almost like a lever designed to try and raise the prices of the cards, because they keep dropping, as we see. Why is Jason and the Argonauts trending in the UK? That's random. Okay, maybe it's on TV, right? Great film. All right, I think it's time for NFL Rivals. Don't forget your academy teams as well, guys. So make sure you add your training teams in. Yeah, I agree, Subsy. I also done the same. I bought a couple of instant buys when I needed to complete my Tigres collection. Yeah, it's very good to help you get in players on under time pressure, or like when there are shortages of supply on the secondary market. You've almost completed your second full NFL season. Wow. I need to do that. I haven't really been playing it a lot yesterday. But that's what we're going to be focusing on until we get our new fuel in 2 hours' time. Yeah, it's really good, man. Yeah, it's really good. when Sorare Rivals was, for me, I've never been a fan of it. I've always thought that it was boring, uninspiring, just not very, just doesn't look good, doesn't play good, it's not fun. But I kind of started to think, well, I wouldn't mind playing like a casual mobile game, like a sports game that has the NFT aspect to it, like the collectible aspect to it. And so I started to look elsewhere when Sorare Rivals I figured was really shit. And yeah, discovered this, and this is amazing. This is so fun. So if you've not checked it out, then do give it a go. It's actually going to be really easy, all of this at the moment. Because we are so powerful. But in 2 hours' time when the events open up, it's going to be a real challenge again. Because we'll be playing against other humans teams. Hello to Audris, how you doing? Are you all ready for the weekend, man? changing everything? Why are you changing everything? What's gone wrong? Oh man. You know what you should do, man? Just stick your teams in legacy mode like usual, and then just put loads of your teams in a couple of the leftovers in the new format. I wouldn't go too hard on the new format for the first few weeks, because I think a lot of the whales are probably going to dominate. Just stick them in cat modes and all-star and under 23. And then just forget about it. Oh, I've done the one that I hate. Okay, this next one could be pretty difficult. 2,267 power for the 500. Let's give it a go. Wow, I've never seen that before. He was just shrugging them off. Never seen that. That was really good. They couldn't tackle him. Wonder if we can make more gains like that again. No, we get tagged. How much is a field goal? Field goal's 3, right? The field goal's 3 points, right? I think it's 3. We went for it. That might be just what we need. We need to make sure they don't get... Oh, look at that. We won it with the field goal. Amazing. That was close. If I hadn't got that field goal, we would have just lost that. Hello to Arthur. Didn't get a notification. I don't know why you wouldn't. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, we can beat this guy. This type of feature should really be in Sorare Rivals, because the whole rivalry concept, I think, is a little bit lost. I think, not a little bit, I think it's massively lost in Sorare Rivals. You should be building up a rivalry with people, other people playing, and that doesn't really happen in Sorare Rivals at all. In NFL Rivals, you build up a rivalry in this instance where people beat you, then you get an opportunity to get revenge and beat them back. If you do, you get more points, and I think they have an opportunity to then beat you back again, but most of the time they probably won't. No, unfortunately, there isn't like, from what I can see, there isn't really a way to set up like a friendly match where I could invite you and say, let's do a friendly match together. They haven't got that in the game at the moment. Yeah, we're all good on Sorare. I sorted everything out last night, so yeah, we're all good, man. What about yourself, Arthur? I'm not expecting a big game week on Sorare this weekend, just because we've got so many players that are missing. Yeah, same, man. We're waiting for these events to pop up on NFL Rivals, right? So we can play them, start keeping the grind going. Ah, that was really poor. Hey, Bodgy, how you doing? Thanks for jumping in, man. You all set for the weekend on Sorare? Three hours to do your lineups, yeah. It's just, I think that Sorare could definitely optimize it. They need to make some improvements so that it's not as disorientating to lineup build. It's a lot clearer for people to lineup build and easier. Some of it's going to be a learning curve, right? With the new formats anyway. But I think the layout and the design of the UI could be a lot better to help people. Oh, thanks, Switch Gaming. They'll be fit to play. Okay, cool, man. Cool, thank you. Should be a really good game, that. Difficult game, too. Okay. My game has crashed, isn't it? Of course it has. Hopefully that counts as a win. It's the only bad thing about playing it on an emulator is that every now and then it will crash. Yeah, it did count it as a win. Good. Yeah, it is. They need to make that clearer. Yeah. That was the big feedback that we had, is that when you go into the lobby, you need to be able to see what players are eligible for what tier from the main lobby. And that's a really easy fix. That's something that they should have had in the game when they rolled it out. I don't think they've done a lot of user testing, if I'm honest with you. It doesn't feel like this has been very user tested, because there are so many things that could be done better that I feel user testing would have brought that out. We've also been giving them lots of feedback in the feedback group, and not even really, there's some suggestions around additional things that they could add in, but there's also just feedback on basic stuff that they should have really known from user testing. Just another standard Sorare rollout, isn't it, really? All right, we've got 1 hour, so we can come back in 1 hour, because we can't actually do any more for the time being on here. They've changed the order for how they display the rewards in the reward box so that you see the cards and the top prizes first, and then you see the worst prizes at the bottom. Makes more sense though, but still crap. Do we have any more predictions for Pooky? Because if not, I'm just going to enter them in. So there are 5 slots left for you guys to try and win a limited card. All you need to do is predict a game for me, and then you're going to be on the list. Wow, it's quiet today. It's really, really quiet on the stream. I know that I was being quiet, but that was largely because it was just really quiet anyway. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Aaron Herrera's decent. Yeah, definitely. Good pick up there, Arthur. You should probably look at maybe captaining him, depending on what team you put him in. What do you reckon the score is going to be, Bodgy, for the Arsenal-Man City game? All right. I see what we're going to do. It's, yeah, too quiet in here. So thank you to everyone that's been on the stream today. Appreciate it. And our lineups are done. So you've got an hour to do the rest of your lineups today. Good luck lineup building them. So make sure you check everything and you triple check everything. But we're going to end the stream here today. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.